Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So my name is Carl, this is from Plot to Plate. I do a no-dig approach to gardening, and it's so good to have you joining us on this very cold afternoon. It's a Saturday, the frost is only just thawing, but it's still quite cold out, and it's going to get really cold tonight. So I'm doing a few things in the polytunnel, just getting things ready for another cold spell. Just to let you know what I'm planning to do today, I'm going to show you now in a second. I've got some onion sets that I planted about 6 to 8 weeks ago in the beds, and I'm going to just picking them ready for like spring onions, that type of thing, for greens, and they're all coming up really well. But the ones I put into trays, which is obviously a different compost, they are rooting. There's a small root on them, but you know, they're not moving, and I'm convinced there's something to do with the compost. So I'm going to turn you around now and have a little look at these and show you the ones I've got obviously in the bed and the difference in the growth there. So I'm going to repot. I've got this new compost that I haven't used before. This is the Vitax Q4. So it's a nice, apparently a good, very reputable seed compost. And I've also got this other bag of compost which I already used in these trays, which is not working as it should. So I'm going to show you that one now in a second. And I don't know, I'll obviously show you the brand name as well as the other one, the bad one. And maybe you can put in the comments if you've used this compost and had problems. I know you cannot guarantee every bag of compost is going to be the same, because you can have a good quality compost that sometimes turns out bad. But I can remember a little while ago, and I'm sure it was the same bag of stuff I had. It was a cheaper bag of compost, and it wasn't as good. And this was gifted to me, so I obviously used it, thinking it was okay, not thinking, you know, I'll just get on, like, because it looked good when you were using it in your hands. But when I've actually planted the things, yeah, it's struggling a little bit. So I'm going to empty these trays out. I'm going to show you now I'm doing that, and I'm going to repot them up. Hopefully, there is some roots on one or two of these that I've looked. And I'll show you this now in a second as I turn around. But I'm not happy with the growth. There's something definitely wrong with this compost as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, let's turn you around and show what I'm doing. So guys, this is what I've got. So I've got 4 trays here. Each cell tray has, was it 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, 20. There's 24 sets in each tray. I've got 2 lots of Red Baron. I don't like growing Red Baron from set normally, but I was given these, so I thought I'd try them. I've already got one started off as seed, and I've got other onions started off as seed, which I'll show you another time. But here are Sturon, which are a set. Like I said, these were planted about 6 weeks ago, and they are just nowhere near. Well, there's 1 or 2 I've just noticed there's a green on 1 or 2, but that's it, and they've been in 6 weeks. Surely they should be moving a bit more. Now, what is convincing me there's something wrong here? I think it's the compost. Now, like I said, it looks all right. The compost looks good, but there's something definitely not right with these sets, because they're just not even, you know, I'll just show you that one. Look up close. So, do you see a little tiny thing? Surely in 6 weeks, there should be more growth than that. Surely there should be. So I'm going to take them out. Tray at a time. I've got more trays, so I'm going to basically fill up another tray with compost, new compost, and then just transplant these across, and then I can water the tray then underneath. But this is the compost I was using, and I've still got half a bag. Okay, and it's called Bayview Reduced Peat Multi-Purpose Compost. Bayview. I don't know if you can see that properly there. Like I said, it could just be a one-off bag, but I'm sure I remember having another bag like this a little while ago, and I was having problems as well then with that bag, probably back about 6 or 7 months ago. And this was gifted to me, so I didn't want to sort of just throw it out. But what I will do, I think I'll just chuck it on top of one of the raised beds outside. I'll put it as a base layer in one of the big tubs that I've got ready, and then just top it up with something else. But I'm going to change it over because I'm convinced that that's what's causing the problem on this. And just to show you that, on over here, I don't know if you can see it, I'll just take you across to show you the growth on the ones I put in at the same time, but these are actually in my beds. So there's the difference, guys. I've just added a couple more in. These ones have been planted over the last couple of days in between these other ones that are growing up, because they are going up well now. So, and I'll pick these as just like winter greens, you know, like winter spring onions, that type of thing, like so. But yeah, you can see the difference, look. So there's definitely something wrong with the compost, I think. So let's repot these other ones. So what I've got, guys, I've got 4 trays here which I'm going to replace them with. I'm just going to put the new compost in here for a second and just move the old stuff out of the way. I'm using now this is a premium compost, by the way, multi-purpose, and this is about £5 or £6 a bag, I think. So I'm hoping it's going to be, I hope it's going to be better. Let's open it up. And then, oh, I'll tell you what, something about fresh compost. Remove them as well. Spare onion sets that go outside. This is really fluffy. There don't seem to be any wood in it, which is always a good thing. I say always a good thing. It's good to have a really fine compost. In fact, this will be good for carrots as well, to be honest, the way it feels. But I've got a sieve there, I can sieve it through for carrots, you know, if I need to. But there's hardly no bits of wood in it, which is what I like. And then just give that tap firmly around, spread the rest of it about, and tamp it down. Clean off the top. Well, all I'm going to be doing, look at that. Let me just turn you around a bit, guys, sorry. Look at that. Hardly any root on it, but it's going to go to his new home. And they're all the same. Look, nothing. 6 weeks it's been in. It's got to be something to do with the compost. And if I leave it any longer, I'm afraid, because the compost is quite damp, I'm afraid that it will just, you know, it could rot them off, like. You know, but it's just shocking. The roots are like, I don't know, they just don't seem to be. So I'll try them. I can't do more than that. Some of them got like little tiny white roots. Again, I'll just show you. That's it, 6 weeks of growing. It's not right, is it? That's not right. Some of them have even looked like they've been eaten, so I need to replace. Like that one looked like it's been chewed up a bit. Yeah, so let me know in the comments, guys, if you've actually had a similar problem with that compost. If you've used it before, just let me know, because, you know, at the end of the day, you pay a lot of money for compost, and you want to make sure. Well, I won't be using that one again anyway. If this definitely works now, you know, I won't use that again anyway. I never bought it to start with. Like I said, it was gifted to me, and I do appreciate the gifting that I had, like, you know. So, but yeah, that's no good. I'm not going to do anything else now with that. So that will go on the end. Then this one, I'll just put that on top of there, so it doesn't waste any more compost. And I'll put another tray of Red Baron in from the other one. So it's not rocket science, guys. This is all basic stuff. Like I said, if you're new to the channel or you're new to gardening, you haven't got to do this. You can wait a little bit longer and you can basically plant them straight outside. And to be honest, onions are pretty hardy, and you can put them out. You can put them out now. The only reason why I don't put them right outside now is in the past when I've done it, they sometimes have a tendency to bolt when the warmer weather comes because the fluctuation of temperature. But in the polytunnel, they have a bit of cover and they don't get saturated and they don't rot off, because I've had rotting off as well. So just give it a couple of taps, and then all that lovely compost sits in nicely. Just tamp it down, not too hard, and that just allows it to settle into the tray. And that one's done. So if I move that one to there, it's the old one. I'll put this other one here. Again, look guys, oh look, you've turned. Sorry guys. I left my keys I have at the house. Right, so my proper tripod is up the house. So let me just turn you around and put you back by here somewhere. There we go. Put you by here. Let's see what's going on. Better, I think, there. There we are. That's okay. But yeah, look at this. Just a couple of roots, and they look like if they're not even pushing down into the compost, if you know what I mean. They're like curling back up. And I just think that compost is not, it's what's causing the problem, I'm sure, you know. So we'll soon see guys. So what I'm doing is putting a little finger into make a hole. Little finger into the hole, and then just plonking them in there, hoping this will do the trick. I think it will, you know, I really do think it will. God, I just can't get over how small the roots are, man. I'm going to lift one out there now, actually. I'm going to lift that one out and see what the difference is. Have a sec. There we are. So there's the difference of one grown in the bed, in my standard bed compost, in the polytunnel, than the one, and you planted at the same time. You can see it's definitely something wrong with that compost. And what you can do with this, right? I'll show you this now. You can snip the roots off there, like that, and then I can plant that in there. I won't do it in that one though, because they're the reds. But I'll plant it in the white one now so it doesn't go to waste, because I like them a bit bigger than that, so that won't go to waste. Tell me in the comments what onion sets you're growing, guys, or if you've started yours off by seed, and what seed you use. There's a couple of different varieties. I know that some people like to grow the larger varieties, Ailsa Craig, and some of the other varieties like Stuttgarter Giant and things. So sorry about the noise, guys. I got motorbikes going back and forth around the allotments all the time at the moment, and they are doing my nutting. Right, let's get the two white ones done. I will bring you back, guys, when they're done. All right. So they're all replanted now, guys, in the tray, and we'll see how that goes. And I planted obviously that one that was growing. You can see the difference. Look, that was growing in my bed, planted at the same time. It's just, oh, it's definitely something wrong with that compost. So that's definitely gonna be just spread out on top of the my beds and just leave it washing. I'm not gonna put that for any seed compost or anything in the future. I'm not gonna use that, I don't think, again. But let me know if you have used anything like that, guys. Like I said, now I'm gonna be planting some shallots. Let me just show you what I got. So these are from my local garden centre. This is a golden gourmet shallots, and I just start these off as well in the cell trays. So I'm going to pot them up now and do them. I'll show you them when they're finished. I've also picked up, while I was there, a bag of these potatoes. Albert Bartlett. Never grown this for sort of like company's potatoes before. This is called Anya. So apparently they're really good for steaming, boiling and roasting, so just giving them a go. They're like a long prolonged shape type of potato they are, and they're very heavy cropping, so I'm gonna try them. And the reason why I only picked these up, I have got potatoes which I will be chitting probably middle of February on my windowsill in the house. It's a bit early for me yet to do that. But I just want to show you what I bought, so I brought them down with the shallots. So these will go back up the house and I'll chip these as well. But these were like £1 reduced in a section there for some reason. And I should have picked up a couple of bags really, but because I've never tried them before, I wasn't sure if it was going to be wasting money. But yeah, so we're going to give them a go anyway, guys. So let me just plant up these shallots. I'll show you what I've done. So there we are, guys. There's 21 there, so I didn't quite have enough to finish the tray. That's no problem. So we that's fine, that is. So what you'll find with these, I always put the shallots in quite early because they do send their roots down quickly. You haven't got to put them in early, but I like to do it. They'll send their roots down and you'll see nothing till from now till about March, and all of a sudden they'll just burst open and they'll just fly. And then once they get to about, I don't know, 3 inches of growth on the top, I put them straight into the beds. That's how I grow my shallots anyway. So, but I'm going to try a couple of different varieties this year. I got some banana shallots to put in. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to doing that as well. So I think that's going to be it, guys.